heard of the concept in business of the blue ocean? Raise your hand if you've read the book or understand what I'm talking about. In business, there are two ways of doing business in any kind of environment, no matter what your business is. You can choose to work in the bloody red ocean that most of the businesses exist, in where you compete for the lowest price, the best schedule, the highest quality, pick any two of the three, and then your competition are all sharks. The swimming in a bloody ocean that the lowest price and the people that know somebody and so forth and so on get the project or the job or the business. That type of business constitutes approximately 98% of all the businesses in this country and around the world. Not too long ago, some businesses have discovered there's another way of doing business. And that's the one I want to discuss with you. And that is to create a different type of environment, which is known as blue ocean, in which you basically render the competition irrelevant. I'll give you 4 examples of businesses that have accomplished that, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. One is Cirque du Soleil. You know about the company that goes around this country and started in Canada. It basically took an existing industry of circus, and instead of showcasing animals and tigers and elephants and rings, they turned it around, and from a $10 to $15 a head business in tents, they created a brand new industry that basically has no competition, and they charge $50, $60, $70 a person, and they're always packed. The business is booming. No matter what the economy is, they're doing great. In Las Vegas and every place else that you might have seen them. Another industry that has done something similar is Federal Express. That started some time ago, but they figured out that taking an existing industry of delivering mail, it made more sense for them to pick up a letter or a package from Wayne, Pennsylvania, that was destined to go to Philadelphia, to take it all the way to Memphis, Tennessee overnight, make the distribution, put it in the right route, and deliver it and fly it back to Philadelphia the next day. And they found that that saved them time and money, and they established a business that competed for many, many years and still competes very effectively. The third business is Dell Computers. I don't know how many of you know, but Dell Computers is one of the largest, if not the largest, PC company and computer equipment company. They own practically zero real estate, and it's about, the last survey that was done about the industry, the 5 to 7 days that it takes for you to receive the computer that you order through the Dell company, less than 20 minutes of that time is where your package, the entire computer system that you order, actually resides in a property or a building that is owned by Dell Computers. The rest of the time is done throughout the world, and how they make money, logistics, and figuring out how to order from the cheapest and best place in quality and everything else, from India to China to Indonesia to America to every place they can get the parts, have them assembled by other companies, not Dell, and then sell it to you for large, large profits. And the last company, and there are a few others, but that you'll understand what I'm talking about, is Southwest Airlines. At a time when all the airlines lost money and are still losing, they differentiated themselves in terms of service, cutting down the fees, buying fuel at a time for much less than anybody else, and it's one of the few airline companies that are making huge profits at a time when everybody has to lose it. Why am I telling you that? You know, we're all here tonight, or this evening, because we believe and we support Paul's efforts, his vision and goals that he has established 25 years ago with Hellenic News and later on with Hermes Expo. Paul and I have been friends probably since the beginning, but shortly thereafter, for sure. And one of the things that I've been telling him, and he is listening to me, is to find ways to differentiate that business so that the networking that Dr. Spires is talking about and all the other services that he provides through the community and the national issues and the business mingling and introducing each other to us to each other. That has a lot more value than what he is getting right now. It's a lot more value to each one of us. And this is what we all need to do to help by participating and getting involved with this business, because this is not a one-way street. Right now, as the chairman of the National Issues Committee of the Hellenic American National Council, we're spending a lot of time to identify all the standard national issues that all of you have heard over the years: the Cyprus issue, the Macedonian name issue, the Northern Epirus issue, the Chalki, the Patriarchio, the Aegean, and other national issues that exist right now, which are very, very important, as any of you have gotten involved with this issue. However, there's none issue today more relevant and more important for Hellenism than the economy in Greece. I don't know how anybody could argue with the fact, regardless of who is at fault. And we all know, as the minister Venizelos said, "Ta fagame όλοι μαζί." That is true. O Pangalos, excuse me. Thank you. Yes. You know, Pangalos. And that they admit that we ate it all together. The fact is that we were talking about with some other people earlier, the people that are paying the piper right now in Greece, and the people that will be paying in the years to come, unfortunately, most of them are not the culprits of the problem. The ones that caused the problem, most of them, have figured out ways to take that money out of there, invest it in European markets and other places, and it's the Syndaxiuhi and the other hard-working people, the βιοτέχνες και άλλοι που δουλεύουν νύχτα μέρα, that they are in very difficult time presently and in the future. We can sit back and point fingers and say, well, they're getting what they deserve and all that. But I think we owe to ourselves and to our culture to think collectively and individually of what can we do to promote and help the attitude that exists right now in Greece and in Hellenism throughout the world. There are many things we can do. Το ελληνικό δαιμόνιο has always been there, and as again Dr. Spires said, the Oromiosini Mindigles. They're going to find ways to solve that problem, but we can help too. I want to mention two positive things that are happening through Hank and through Hellenic News and the Hermes Expo. The first one locally, I was very pleasantly surprised to read in the September issue of the Hellenic News that the great philanthropic gentleman Michael Parlianis and his great concept of the Euclidean University in Pennsylvania, correct? Allentown, Pennsylvania, is underway and it's going to happen. This is an institution that is going to flourish not too far from here, sponsored by this great Philemon or Elena and the founding minister's Declaration of Independence. He's following those concepts. And this is a great positive thing that is going on right now. That's not only going to create an institution that will promote Hellenism, but it's also going to generate local jobs. And this is number one priority for everything. Well, what can we do to create employment? In all your businesses, I urge you, as I have done recently and I will continue doing it, find ways to add as many employees as you can from the industry that exists today. The availability of great employees is great right now. Just look around and start hiring as much as you can in your business. Don't hold back. Find ways to do that, and that would be great. And the second one is through the Hellenic American National Council. During our last month's meeting in New York, the group has decided to establish a committee to investigate and promote and expose all the positive aspects of our culture in Greece. You know, we always hear all the negative things that we hear, and that's great. But that's one small thing that we can do as a group to promote and to help change some of the attitude that exists, that Greeks are lazy and visiting Greece right now is dangerous and it's not a good time to go there, and don't invest in Greece. There are great opportunities right now for the right people. I want to warn you though, be careful of the shysters that exist here and there that will be very happy to take your money and you know, kiss it goodbye. You're never going to see it, but there are opportunities out there, I can tell you, in real estate, in tourism, in other industries that in the present and the near future will be tremendous times to do it. So, Hellenic News of America and Hermes Expo, through Paul and his family and his associates, are working diligently to find ways to unite us, to network us. I urge you to invest in our future, to invest in our youth, to support the Hellenic News and Hermes Expo by advertising in the paper and by participating in the Hermes Expo. Thank you very much.